Today I'm going to be doing the like an EDC kind of deal. I'm going to go over what kind of firearm I carry on a daily basis, what I carry in my pockets, just things of that nature. Get into a little bit of detail on certain items. First, we'll start out with my phone. I'm carrying an iPhone 10 that I'm recording this video with, so I can't show you that. I carry my wallet. I have the tray backs. Not sure what this one is. I have two of them. Two different types. I really like the Trayvax wallets. I like Trayvax products. If you ever get a chance, check them out. Everything's made in the US and they source all the material from the US. This one holds just the right amount of cards that I need. You can stash some cash right there. I got a special edition. I can't remember where I got it from, but I got a special edition with this leather here. They usually just have the strap. So that's the wallet. Been carrying this Hogue knife I recently picked up. It's a flipper knife made in the US. I don't know the steel off the top of my head. It's pretty lightweight for as big as it is. It comes pretty sharp. It's got a liner lock, so you can't take the liner lock down. It opens really smooth. It has brass washers. I don't know if you can see that. So I like the knife. For the watch, I have a Series 2 Apple Watch with a rugged armor shock resistant case, and I got this band offline. It's like a NATO strap kind of deal, multicam. And last but not least, well, second to last, I guess, got my gun and holster set up, and I also have my Trayvax cinch belt. I've been wearing this for a little bit. It's okay. It's kind of a little on the thin side, but it does the job just fine. It's stiff enough to keep the belt and everything else in my pants and keep my pants up. So as far as the gun setup goes, I'll go ahead and clear this out. Currently carrying G2 9mm. I have a Glock 19 Enforce APLC light, a Vortex Viper optic, Mariglow suppressor height sights, blacked rear, blacked front, an Apex trigger set, has the safety plunger, the minus connector, and the Gen 3 trigger bar and the flat face shoe. Right now I just have the stock barrel in there. It does just fine for me. I did all of the framework myself. I did the stippling, I did the slide cuts, I'm sorry, the frame cuts, double undercut. I think it turned out pretty well. I've got the agency arms, thin magwell. I really like that magwell. And now for the slide. I sent the slide off after doing hours and hours and weeks of research on what company I wanted to go with, and finally I decided on Primary Machine. They were the cheapest and best that I could see. I want to say I paid roughly $420 for everything you see here. They do the lightning cuts, the front serrations, the enhanced rear serrations, the chamfer edges, the optic mill, and they re-cerakote it. I got it back in I think a week and a half. Probably the best lead times I've ever seen from any company. This is my number one go-to pistol. I have a Glock 22 as my duty firearm, but I much prefer the 9mm. It started out as a Gen 4, still is a Gen 4 Glock 19, but obviously you've seen I have done quite a bit of work to it. I like the Apex trigger. I don't know exactly the pull weight. I think it's somewhere around 3.5 pounds, 4 pounds, but it's got a little bit of creep to it, and a decent break. It's a little on the mushy side, but it's not anything to really worry about. I can shoot pretty well with this. So, as you can see, there's the wall right there. It's got a little bit of creep there, then it breaks. And then the reset, pretty positive. I have myself taken the time to polish the Gen 3 trigger bar that comes with the Apex kit. As you can see, it's pretty shiny. Where I've done some extensive polishing work, and also on the safety plunger. Other than that, the spring stock, the barrel stock. I'm running Glock OEM trigger parts except for the trigger shoe. Really nice setup. And if you ever need any slide work at all, the guys at Primary Machine will take care of you. They did me right. Another thing I like about Primary Machine is they want you to send your actual optic to them to make sure that they mount it perfectly and get the exact dimensions of your optic to make the cut. So if I were to take the screws out, it wouldn't just fall out. It would still be kind of wedged in there. And I also opted for the blacked front and rear sights. I just thought if there was a traditional 3-dot system there, it would just take away from the red dot. And these are in essence just backup sights in case my optic goes down anyway. One thing I have noticed is point aim, point of impact on these suppressor height sights is 25 yards. So it's good to know that going into it. That way you know roughly where your point aim, point of impact is. Now for the holster, I have a Taclab. It's a inside the waistband appendix setup with a spare mag caddy here, all in one holster. I've been running this for about 6 months now, and I'm pretty happy with it. The only thing I don't like is there's the lack of adjustments for ride height. Also, when I had this made, I asked him to leave this completely open because I'm gonna be running a compensator eventually, and he didn't leave it open, but that's okay. I can fix that with the Dremel. My plans for this are to compensate it and possibly put a TLR1 on it just for a rolling special look kind of deal. There is decent click retention, even though there's a light on the gun. I'm not sure how the guys at Taclab did that. I'm assuming there's a small indentation here that'll latch onto this right here. I actually found out about this holster setup from Tactical Toolbox. I have two 15-round standard Glock mags. I color filled these with orange and my 40 caliber with white. As you can see, the color's starting to come out of it a little bit, but it's okay. Other than that, that's pretty much all I carry on a daily basis if I'm not at work. Let me know if you have any questions in the comments below. Like, subscribe if you want to see more content. If you have any questions and want to see more on the individual pieces on in my EDC, just let me know. Thanks for watching.